What's up, guys?
I'm TLO.
I'm Kendall Gill, and you're watching
The Parley.
The Parley.
The Parley. What up, guys? It is The Parley with TLO. And freshly out of a Vegas trip, a championship trophy back in Chicago. Right. I mean, I don't know what you did. What'd you do this weekend, man? What?
I called 6 fights in Vegas. The main event being Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, and then got on the red eye.
Man.
Flew back to Chicago, no sleep, and played in the championship game for the Jordan brand, 50 and over league.
Did you drop the 50 you said?
I didn't drop the 50, I dropped 25. I was too tired to drop 50.
He says that like I just dropped 25, like it's nothing. It's 2-5, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I dropped 9 points, had 8 rebounds, and I thought I did something on Sunday in my league.
I know, but you hoop in your league too. I see you. I watch you on Instagram.
Man, I had a good game. We'll talk about that later, though. It's the Parlay with TLO KG. It's Pacquiao Thurman reaction time, y'all. And as you know, KG was calling the fights in Vegas. I was here in Chicago, of course, watching the fight. And wow is the words I'm using after that fight, because I didn't expect Pacquiao to be the Pacquiao of old. Even though he showed signs of age in rounds 10 to 12, you can see that he was tiring a little bit, slowing down. But Pacquiao hasn't shown that ferocity since 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
No, well he said prior to the fight, and Freddie Roach said also that this was his best training camp of all time. So, and he looked like it. And the one thing that you can't appreciate on television is how fast he is in person. You know, I've seen him. I've seen Floyd train in person, so I know how fast Floyd is. But when I was ringside, man, I couldn't believe how fast he was. I knew he was fast, man, but I mean, he was throwing shots that I couldn't see, and I wasn't even in front of him. You know, and also too, his footwork is impeccable. I've never seen anybody get in, get out, move to the side, give different angles like Pacquiao was doing. I mean, it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Pacquiao going in and out, and everyone forgets that 4-punch combination he does when he's running up to you. Yeah. Everyone forgets that fourth right hook. It's like they forget it comes through, and they're either off balance or they're just not expecting it. And we saw it in round number 1. We all did not see that coming ourselves. Thurman goes down.
Right, it's a double jab, then he goes down to the body, then he comes up with a hook. All the same time, he's running at you. And Teddy Atlas said something very important, and I use this actually for my keys to the fight. If Keith Thurman pulls back in a straight line, Pacquiao's going to catch him, because that's what Keith Thurman did against Josecito Lopez in his previous fight, and he got caught. Well, if you get caught by Manny Pacquiao, it's a difference in taking a punch from Manny Pacquiao than Josecito Lopez.
Yeah, absolutely. And they actually compared that knockdown to Cotto's knockdown in 2009. And Cotto went down with the same exact combination as well. You being there in Vegas, 8th round or 9th round or so, Thurman gets hurt to the body. Yeah. Broadcasters thought it was a headbutt.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, they said headbutt. But we saw even on TV, it had to be a body punch. How did it look in person?
It looked devastating in person. I thought that Keith Thurman was done, because when he got hit,
he stopped.
He stopped, and he like kind of bent over and took his mouthpiece out of his mouth, and to me it was like he was quitting, you know. But he didn't quit. He just grimaced real quick and then started backing up, and then you should have seen Pacquiao's face. And the thing is, TLO, I was right there. Yeah. I mean, I saw everything, and you know, we were sitting in Keith Thurman's next to his corner. So, you know, I can see the reaction from his trainers. I can see the reaction from him. And after that body shot, and listen, I got to give Keith Thurman all the credit in the world, because that was a hellacious body shot. I thought his ribs were broken, actually. But he made it through, and he continued to fight like a champion. I mean, I give him big props to Keith Thurman for this fight.
Something I've never seen, I think, on TV is a boxer take his mouthpiece out of his...
Yeah, I've never seen that,
out of his mouth with his gloves, grimace a little bit, take a deep breath, and then put it back. I've never seen it in my life.
That's a tough dude right there. He's like, look, I got to take my mouthpiece so I can breathe, so I can get back right again. But you know what the interesting thing? During one of the breaks, I had, you know how we have the headphones on. Yeah. I had my headphones on, and for a short time, I took one of them off.
Like I'm doing right now?
Yeah, like you're doing right now. But you know how Manny Pacquiao in like the 24/7s and everything, he's hitting the heavy bang and going, bing, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. He was doing that when he was hitting.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, bing, boom, boom. And I was like, is he really doing that? I was like, oh, shit. So it's all these different things that you get, man,
Yeah.
when you're there live, man. So I appreciate it being there.
Thurman talked a lot of stuff.
He did.
In the beginning. We all know that, of course, it's to sell the fight. We have to get
sell the
people
fight,
interested. Pacquiao's not going to say anything.
Right.
But afterwards, there's a little bit of trash talking in there. You have to do,
Yeah.
especially as a fighter.
Yeah.
You would know that. Afterwards, complete humbleness. I thought he handled post-fight perfect.
I became even more of a fan of Keith Thurman after he lost because he handled it with grace.
Yeah.
He handled it with class. And he said, I always say, I'll put it on the line. If you can beat me, beat me. And that's exactly what happened. And he admitted it. And he gave major props to Manny Pacquiao, a legend. And, but he's going to come back. I heard he got a fractured thumb in the fight, so he's going to be out until next year. But he's still a force to be reckoned with, man. Anybody else, he's going to give a run for that money. So we just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, Thurman's an elite fighter. I mean, he's up there with the welterweights. It's hard when there's so much talent, and then you have to compare Thurman in there. So we know that Thurman does his thing, and the big props to him for fighting against Pacquiao, the legend.
Right.
He did score and win a lot of rounds, and he did land more punches than Manny Pacquiao.
He did. He came back after the 6th round. He started making the fight competitive.
Yeah.
He was killing Manny with that straight right left hook combination.
Yep.
And actually being there, like really close, you could see it was affecting Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao would shake it off, being the veteran that he is, and come back. Keith Thurman would hit Manny with a couple of nice shots, and then Manny would come back and try and take the play away from him. But that judge, Feldman, I respect the judge. How are you going to have that 114, 113?
I knew that was going to happen, though,
Keith
man.
Thurman.
Yeah, looking at the fight, I knew that was going to happen.
Should have been a unanimous decision all the way around.
Yeah. You know how it is, man. Boxing judges be killing us, but
Vegas,
we'll talk about that in our podcast. It's a little frustrating. Thurman loses to Pacquiao. Pacquiao now holds 2 belts in the welterweight division. Thurman, again, we'll see what happens with him next year, and we'll see who Pacquiao faces next in his next fight. Next fight, which will be in 2019, he said.
2019. Could be Errol Spence, winner Errol Spence, Sean Porter. It's a hell of a fight.
We'll see what happens. Pacquiao has 2 belts. Felt like 2009 for a second, y'all. It's the Parley.
How you doing, everybody? This is Kendall Gill from the Parley. Please like and subscribe and follow us on social media. Now, I have to go because I have to school this young boy because he knows nothing. Nothing. All right, I'm out. Come on, man.